Good evening everybody and welcome back to JWE Friday Night Eclipse. Tonight we're in St. Cloud, Minnesota, where we're now officially on the final track to Ultimate Fight Night. But just 3 weeks before the season finale, things are starting to get dire for our superstars if they want a shot at the title come Christmas time. Tonight the Skelebros look to resume their time as champions on the right foot as they take on the Brosona. Naoto continues her search for another title shot as she takes on Ibuki Mioda, and we start off the night with a champion versus champion match. Get ready, because this is Eclipse. And here we go, like I said, starting off our night with a champion versus champion match. Introducing first, she is still your women's Nexus champion, 10 months strong, well 11 months if we're including January, and looking to make it an entire year. Well, it will be an entire year. It is Fiora.
Making her way to the ring from Stillwater, the Women's NXT Champion, Fiora.
Now the question is, will she hold on to the belt for an entire year, or will it be stripped from her at the very PLE that she ended up winning the belt? Okay, stripped is not the right word. Will it be taken away from her? Will she fail to defend it a year removed from the PLE that she ended up winning it? And her opponent, she is once again your women's Cruiserweight champion, taking the belt away from Sophie. It is the Plague Doctor herself, Lexibor. And here we go, referee rings the bell. Fiora immediately beginning with a springboard head scissor Hurricane Rana. Lexi trying to get back up to her feet, tripping but slipping out from between the legs. Fiora with an elbow. Lexi with the reversal. And now turning Fiora around, elbow to the back of the neck. And now a stomp to the face. Lexi heading up top. Telling Fiora to get up to her feet. And a diving corkscrew missed. And now Fiora with a head scissor Hurricane Rana into the pin. There's one. Lexi kicks out. And now Fiora walking Lexi over to the northwest corner. Just pinning her between the foot and the top turnbuckle. And a knee on knee. And again. Lexi rolling out of the way of that stomp. Nice reversal and walking, trying to walk Fiora over to the western ropes. Fiora, again, elbowing out. And now a springboard head scissor Hurricane Rana yet again. Staring down her opponent. 12-6 punch connects, and Lexi, again, fighting out. Knee to the gut. And Lexi forcing Fiora back up to her feet. Irish whip. Pop-up punch. And the cover. There's one. There's two. Fiora kicks out. Irish whip. Jumping over. Superman punch from the Plague Doctor. And immediately signaling for the end with the sweet chin music. Fiora seeing that coming, catching it. And sending a sweet knee to the jaw. And Fiora with a spinning back heel kick. Going for the cover. There's one, there's two. Lexi kicks out. And now top rope moonsault connects. Another pin attempt. There's one, only one this time. And now the leg sweep and the handstand leg drop. 1, 2, 3. And the match just exploding at the end. Fiora extending a hand to her to her fellow champion. And Lexi shaking hands and I wouldn't say the camaraderie between these two, but the sportsmanship between these two, unparalleled. Like, there's so much respect between these two. And honestly, earned. And now for our first tag team matchup of the evening. Introducing first, it is Yu Narukami and Yosuke Hanamura. Brosona. Yosuke failing to defend the Nexus Championship belt against Kanji just this Sunday. And just looking to put it, behind him. I mean, he was facing off against Kanji. Telling me backstage that he did everything he could, just wasn't enough. And their opponents, surprisingly, after that steel cage match, they are your men's tag team champions. It is Sans and Papyrus, the Skelebros. And here we go, Yosuke. Papyrus, the first in the ring. The captains letting their partners do the work early. The referee rings the bell, and Papyrus immediately tossing Yosuke into the corner, pulling him aside, climbing to the middle rope, and a crossbody. Papyrus forcing Yosuke back up to his feet. Wrenching the arm, Russian leg sweep takedown. And now heading to the outside, aim back inside the ring. Just springboarding himself into that crossbody. Toss into the corner, tagging in Sans. And Yosuke avoiding, looking to get some offense of his own. Backflip kick. Absolutely no sell. And now a release German suplex, just tossing Sans clean halfway across the ring. And an elbow into the cover. Uno. And only Uno. And Yosuke just jumping on Sans along the outside. Not sure if that's what he meant to do, but a kneeling DDT and a standing shooting star press. Those were definitely planned. Another standing shooting star press. Referee at 4. Make that 5. Yosuke hyping up the crowd. Another standing shooting star. There's 6. And make that 7. Yosuke tossing Sans back inside the ring. Climbing in right before the count of 8. Sans tagging out Papyrus back in. Importantly, Yosuke never taken in Naokami quite yet. Kick the spine. And Hanamura looking quite strong. Failing to pick up Papyrus. Kick to the chest, wrist clutch, walking Papyrus over to the corner. Top rope arm drag. And a 12-6 elbow. Hanamura kick to the spine. And again. Bit of a slow start, but quickly accelerating. There's just an immense ground and pound. Papyrus fighting his way out. There's a knee to the jaw. And tagging out. Sans walking Yosuke to the eastern ropes. Wrapping the arm around the top rope. Stomp to the wrist. And a gut wrench scoop slam. And now Sans up top. Yosuke back inside the ring. And Sans just tags out. Papyrus with an Irish whip diving underneath. And just a back toss. Double leg drop kick to the back of the head. Yosuke with the reversal. Still not tagging out. Yosuke still on his first stint. There's a double leg drop kick to the spine. And finally tags out. Naokami picking up Papyrus, sending him to the corner, tossing him away, going for the cover. There's one. Papyrus kicks out. And just driving the knee into the face. Looking for a running soccer ball kick. Miss, but there's a jumping knee stunner. And just smashing the knees into the canvas, tagging Hanamura back in. And Yosuke, springboard wheelbarrow facebuster. Going for the cover. There's one. Still only one. Hanamura way late on that suicide dive. Nobody even remotely home. And now Papyrus with a stunner against Narukami, but Yosuke watching that. Sending a corkscrew shoulder right into the jaw. And a front flip senton in the corner. There's 3. Make that 4. Papyrus elbowing himself out at the count of 5. And Hanamura elbowing out at 6. Referee at 7 now. Really got to get back inside the ring, but just elbowing out of every single grapple. There's 9. Hanamura slides back in. Hanamura looking for the fireball punch. Papyrus not allowing him to do so. And now Hanamura trapping Papyrus in the corner. Hyping up the crowd, purposely getting in Papyrus' way, but slowly allowing him to climb to the middle of the ring. Dragon screw from Papyrus. Pulling on the arm. And finally tags out. And now Hanamura. Wheelbarrow DDT. And the kicks right to the spine. Tagging Narukami in. And now Narukami sending Sans for an Irish whip. Pop up. Right cross. Stomp to the wrist. Turning Sans around. Sans with the reversal into the cover. Probably going to be a really quick 1 count. A long one, but a one nonetheless. And now Sans tossing Narukami into the corner. Wrapping the arm around the top rope. Tagging in Papyrus. Irish whip, double back body drop. And Papyrus with a stunner. Going for the cover. Hanamura breaks it up. And Papyrus. Thought that was going to be a bone trussler. No. Taking something out of Sans' book. Tilt-a-whirl armbar. Narukami fights his way out. There's a double leg drop kick. But the tides are a-changin'. Narukami walking Papyrus to the northeast corner. And just tagging Hanamura back in. Resetting the advantage. And now Hanamura setting up Papyrus in the Tree of Woe. And now the double knee backstabber. Papyrus tags out. Sans back in. And Sans tossing Hanamura into the corner. Scoop slam. And Sans heading up top, telling Hanamura to get up to his feet. Diving shoulder tackle. And the cover. Hanamura having to be saved by Narukami. Toss into the corner, tagging in Papyrus. Looking for a tag team attack to end this. Enzigiri. And the cover to put this one away. There's one, there's two. Hanamura kicks out. Into the corner again. Wrapping the arm around the top rope. Just trying to disable it. Irish whip. Turnstile elbow. Double tag. The advantage reset, but there's a super kick from Sans. And a release suplex. Sans tagging Papyrus back in. Not sure why. Toss into the corner. Kick to the chest. And Narukami fights his way out. Wrist clutch kick to the jaw. And tagging Hanamura back inside the ring. Backbreaker from Papyrus. Hanamura rolling out of the way of that knee. There's a judo flip takedown for Papyrus. Not going on the offense. Tagging his brother back in. Why? Why these just useless tag outs? Hurricane Rana from Hanamura. Toss into the corner. And a scoop. Climbing up middle rope. Hyping up the crowd. And Hanamura. Satellite DDT into the cover. Immediately bringing in Papyrus. And Sans with the slugging right hands. Tagging Papyrus back in. Hanamura rolling to the outside. Papyrus following. There's two. Snap DDT. And a toss back inside the ring. Papyrus saluting his beloved humans. And now setting up what I suspect to be a bone trussler. Nope. Satellite arm drag. Or an arm bar. Tilt-a-whirl armbar, that's what that's called. Bringing in Narukami. Hanamura fighting his way out of the corner. Irish whipping Papyrus into the corner. And Hanamura tags out. Narukami forcing Papyrus up to his feet. Papyrus with a stunner. And now the cover. There's one. Only one. And now, Papyrus looking for the cool dude. Why? How? Go for the cover! Go for the fucking cover in that position. And now Sans tossing Narukami into the corner. You know, this could have been it, but no. Narukami fights his way out. Irish whip, turnstile elbow, kick to the spine, tagging in Hanamura. Nobody going for any sort of pins. And now Hanamura with a scoop slam, going for the cover. It's only going to be a 2 count. There's 2. Yep, long 2, but a 2. And Hanamura tags out. Even though he could have done a lot more, there's a jumping knee from Narukami. And an RKO. That's how you go for a pin, Narukami. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. Sans not able to break it up in time. And how much of that was Papyrus selling? He had an easy pin attempt to put Brosona up against the ropes, failed to do so, allowing a second, third wind, and Brosona getting their hands raised. And now for our next matchup of the evening. Introducing first, it is the Dragon of Dojima.
Making his way to the ring from Japan, weighing in at 194 pounds, the Dragon, Kiryu.
It is Kazuma Kiryu. And his opponent, it is the hero of the Homs, the Beast, Dunban.
Weighing in at 180 pounds, the Beast, Dunban.
And here we go, ref rings the bell, they meet in the middle. with Kiryu immediately going for the kick and tossing Dunban into the corner. And Kiryu with a stomp to the face. And now a jumping knee to the forehead. And Kiryu trapping the hand, or arm, stomping on the hand. And again. And now Kiryu setting up a jumping knee to the forehead yet again. Dunban slow to his feet. Kiryu just staring him down. And a drop kick sending Dunban off the apron. And Kiryu tossing Dunban back inside the ring. There's 3. And Kiryu forcing Dunban back up to his feet. Dunban ducking underneath with a nice reversal. And a headbutt to the back of the head. Jumping arm breaker. And Dunban with a stomp or a kick right to the spine, forcing Kiryu back up to his feet. And a power slam. Dunban just kicking the dust on the Dragon of Dojima, double leg drop kick into the ropes. And now Kiryu sending Dunban for a run, double leg drop kick. Going for the cover, there's a 1. Knife head shot, headbutt from Dunban. There's 2. And now 3, Dunban going for the cover. Kiryu kicks out before 1. And now sending Kiryu headfirst into the ring post. And Dunban lining up the double leg drop kick. And the cover. There's a 1. Kiryu kicks out. And there's a 1. There's 2. Kiryu kicks out. And Kiryu with a face buster, going for the cover, setting up the tiger drop. And the cover, there's 1, there's 2. Dunban ducking underneath. Tossing Kiryu for an Irish whip. Pop-up. Backbreaker. And the cover, there's a 1. And now Dunban up top, looking for the diving hammer punch. Nobody's home, and Kiryu back on the offense. Dunban elbowing out, looking for the clothesline. Just over the top, and now Kiryu. Over the shoulders, double knee gutbuster. And both men to the outside. Kiryu with a clothesline. Dunban looking to go back on the offense. Kiryu just tossing him back inside. Climbing in, punch to the between the shoulders. A snap DDT. Kiryu now heading up top. Look at the fly, Dunban just running underneath that. Kiryu elbowing out. And Dunban with a reversal Irish whip, jumping over Kiryu, ducking underneath. And a jumping knee. Kiryu elbows out, forcing Dunban up over the shoulders. And a planted backbreaker into the cover. There's one, there's two. Dunban steel kicks out. And now Kiryu up over the shoulders yet again. Dunban elbowing out. And Dunban with a running knee jump. And the cover. There's one. There's two. Kiryu kicks out. Dunban with a flying elbow. And now Born in a World of Strife against the odds. We choose the fight. Blossom Dance. Into the cover. There's one. There's two. Kiryu kicks out. And now Kiryu walking Dunban over to the northwest corner, setting him up. Dunban kicking himself out. And walking Kiryu to the western ropes. Setting him down. Stomp. And now Dunban forcing Kiryu back up to his feet. Irish whip. Jumping over. Ducking underneath. And a scissor kick. Dunban looking for the finisher. Born in a World of Strife against the odds. We choose a fight yet again. Although turning that more into a Tempest kick at the end. Going for the cover, there's one, there's two, and there's three.
Here is your winner, the Beast, Dunban.
And a rare victory this year for Dunban. You can't say that one was not earned. Going toe-to-toe with a giant. That is not easy to do. And for our second tag team matchup of the evening. Introducing first. Looking to cement their comeback. It is the ultimate pop star idol, Sayaka Maizono, and the ultimate detective, Kyoko Kirigiri. The Harmonious Truth. And their opponents. You know them, you love them. It is Chie Sadanaka and Yukiko Amagi making their way to the ring with Rise Kujikawa. It is the Twin Dragons. And here we go, Sayaka, Yukiko, the first in the ring. And ref rings the bell to meet in the middle. With Yukiko immediately on the offense, kick to the jaw. And repositioning herself behind Sayaka. Irish whip. And Sayaka elbows herself out. Tossing Yukiko into the corner. Back elbow, tossing Yukiko into the ring post. Nice little bit of acrobatics there, jumping in. Thought that was going to be a crossbody, not quite. And now Yukiko, resolute knee strike. And just working on the knee, or on the thigh. Wrist clutch. Knee to the jaw. Yukiko elbowing herself out of the corner, excuse me. And now forcing Sayaka back up to her feet. Tossing her into the corner. And Sayaka elbowing out. Dragon screw takedown. And Sayaka tossing Yukiko back into the corner. Setting her up top. And now just fighting for position along the top rope. Sayaka winning that battle, elbowing to the spine. Avalanche takedown. Yukiko crawling to the corner, tagging in Chie, who's immediately taken out by that double leg drop kick. Chie punches her way out, tossing Chie into the referee. And now Chie back on, or Chie on the offense. Hurricane Rana into the cover. There's a one. Kyoko looking to tag herself in. Chie preventing that and taking Yukiko back inside the ring. And now Yukiko with the tackle. Into the ground and pounds. Stomp to the wrist. And Yukiko forcing Sayaka back up to her feet. Irish whip, toss into the corner. Kicks to the side. Tagging Chie back in. And Chie with an uppercut to the stomach. Double leg drop kick. And the cover. There's one. Sayaka kicks out. And Sayaka tossing Chie into the northwest corner. And now tagging in Kyoko to get her first bit of offense this match. And a hammer punch arm breaker. Yukiko looking for the tag and getting it. And tossing, pulling Kyoko into a pullback, knee to the gut, and the ground and pound. And the Twin Dragons looking for a tag team attack, getting it. Chie with a double leg drop kick. And now crawling to the corners, Kyoko tagging in Sayaka. Double leg drop kick again from Chie. And now staring her down. Shotgun drop kick. Sayaka of the double leg drop kick right to the spine. Stomps to the chest. And now triangle knee drop. Jumping back in. And Sayaka going for the cover. There's one and only one. And Sayaka forcing Chie back up to her feet. Chicken wing. Looking for a powerbomb. Chie fighting out and turning that into a cover opportunity. There's one. There's two. Sayaka kicks out. But Chie flipping the script. And now Yukiko going for the pin, only a 1 count. Psycho, they straight right. They're trying to get this, trying to get the match back into their favor. But Yukiko tossing her back into the Twin Dragon's corner. Turnstile elbow. And forcing Sayaka back up to her feet, looking for a knife edge chop. Sayaka slipping that. And now Sayaka side lock controlled with the armbar, and Yukiko immediately fighting her way out. Sayaka taking out Kyoko back in. Kyoko with an elbow to the spine, tossing Yukiko over the top rope. And now going after Chie. And Yukiko with the side super kick. And the ground and pound. Kyoko fighting her way out of the abdominal stretch. And a super kick to the jaw, forcing Yukiko back up to her feet. Kyoko tossing Yukiko into the corner, tagging in Sayaka. Looking for a tag team attack, kick to the stomach. And now Yukiko with a strong knife edge chop, turning that around, going for the cover. Kyoko immediately inside the ring to break it up. Advantage Dragon's moonsault connects from Yukiko. And we've seen in the past, she can just absolutely turn things on at the end of matches, just seemingly out of nowhere, and you never count out Chie. Table position, kicks to the jaw from Chie. There's a moonsault. And now Chie in the corner, lining up. The cyclone kick. And the cover. There's one, there's two. Sayaka kicks out. Another kick from Chie. Looking to put this one away. There's one, there's two, there's three. And a good night for the investigation squad. Yu and Yosuke getting their win. Chie and Yukiko getting theirs. Not a bad showing. And for our next matchup, Introducing first, it is the ringleader himself,
The following is
Jaren.
for one fall, making his way to the ring from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 155 pounds, Jaren!
And his opponent, it is the bear of the TV world. It is Teddie.
Representing the Creed brothers from the internet, weighing in at 123 pounds, the Bear Teddie!
Now both men ready. Referee rings the bell. And sure, whatever. Jaren with a satellite DDT to open things up. And sending Teddie into the northeast corner. Strong left hand finds its mark. Kicks to the chest. And Teddie with an enziguri reversal. Staring down Jaren. Tossing him over the top rope. And Jaren with a reversal. Irish whip into the corner. Knee, or an elbow. And Teddie. Sure. Snap suplex from Jaren. Staring Teddie down, walking him to the southern ropes. Punch right to the chest, and again. Irish whip, and a clothesline right to the neck. And Jaren with a running crossbody, just flinging himself towards Teddie. And Teddie with a spinning back heel kick. Standing shooting star. Getting the knees up is Jaren. And a downward punch. Jaren going for the cover. There's a one. Forcing Teddie back up to his feet. Walking him around. And Teddie elbowing out. Now Teddie running clotheslines. Catching the kick, tripping Jaren. Sending back up, elbow sends him back down. And Teddie with a face plant. Going for the cover. There's one, there's two. Jaren kicks out. And Teddie looking to put this one away. Scoop slam. Into the cover. There's one, there's two. Teddie up top. Staring down his opponent. Flying, looking for a head scissor or something. Jaren with a power bomb reversal. And Jaren tossing Teddie back to the outside of the ring. Staring him down. Just tossing him into the barricade. And forcing him back up to his feet. Hammerlock. DDT. And rolling Teddie onto his side. Kick to the spine. Stomps to the open hand. Referee at 4. And a spinning heel kick from Jaren. Referee getting up there. There's 6. Jaren sending him back down at 7. And Teddie with an elbow getting out. There's 8. Sling blade from Teddie. Double leg drop kick. There's 9. Teddie slips in. And Jaren not finding the path he needed. And again, when you play with fire, you're gonna get burned. Teddie extending the investigation squad's win total today. Probably not how he drew it up. But sometimes you just gotta take advantage of your opponent's mistakes. He did exactly that. Can't fault him too much. And next up, introducing first, it is the Detective Prince herself, Naoto Shirogane. And her opponent, representing the Cyber Idols, it is Ibuki Mioda. Here we go, both women ready. And referee rings the bell to meet in the middle, with Naoto immediately tossing Ibuki into a pullback knee to the gut. And Ibuki kicks herself out. Elbow drop. And a kick to the top of the head, forcing Ibuki back up, or Ibuki forcing Naoto back up to her feet. Irish whip. Nice avoidance and a clothesline by Naoto. Ibuki gets out of the way. Knife edge chop. Naoto with a reversal. And a nice just wrestling takedown there. Back to the fundamentals from Ibuki. Snap suplex. And now Naoto walking Ibuki over to the Western ropes. And forcing Naoto back up to her feet, taking her down, stomp to the elbow, and a corkscrew, or a cyclone kick along the outside. And Ibuki with an arm drag. Referee at 6. Naoto fights her way out. There's 7. As Naoto just tossing Ibuki over to the side. Flying hammer punch. There's 8. Naoto forcing Ibuki back up to her feet, sliding into the ring. Ibuki coming back to her senses, sliding in after her. And a snap suplex into the pin. Stunner from Naoto. Double knees from Naoto. Forcing Ibuki back up to her feet. And a chicken wing snap suplex into the cover. There's 1, there's 2. Ibuki kicks out. Naoto with a knee strike. Forcing Ibuki back up to her feet. Walking her, tossing her to the northeast corner. Ibuki elbowing out. Naoto with a reversal right back, turning Ibuki around. Up, over, driving the jaw straight into her knee. And Ibuki jumping behind Naoto in that reversal. Naoto elbowing out. And Naoto going for the cover. There's 1, there's 2. Ibuki kicks out. And Naoto with the ground and pounds. Stomp to the stomach. Wrist clutch stomps to the spine. Ibuki to the outside, heading up top. Naoto sliding back inside the ring, trying to confuse her opponent, and I guess is successful. And a corner Hurricane Rana from Ibuki. And snap small package driver suplex. Or snap small package suplex, excuse me. Doubling drop kick to the spine. Ibuki middle or bottom rope moonsault. And now heading up top. Staring down her opponent, flying elbow through the air, landing perfectly into the cover. There's one. Naoto kicks out at one. And a corkscrew spiral tap attempt from Ibuki. Naoto getting out of the way. And now Naoto locking in an armbar. Ibuki fights her way out. And Naoto fighting that back. Sleeper hold. Ref, please get out of the way. Ibuki with a stunner getting out. Naoto elbows herself out. This match suddenly coming alive and in the closing moments. Tossing Ibuki into the corner. Ibuki elbowing out. And Naoto just flinging Ibuki to the outside. Following her. And look at a deal, just that little bit more damage with a signature along the outside. Naoto with a cutter. There's four. Naoto the ground and pound. Stomp to the chest. Spinning back fist. Sending Ibuki into the ring post. Grabbing the hair. Knee right into the jaw. There's 7. Please get back into the ring. Naoto just tossing Ibuki to the side, sliding in, staring her down. There's 9. And Naoto, she's won this. And picking up yet another win for the Investigation Squad. Another win by countout. Yeah. But just playing the rules perfectly. Yeah. I don't have many qualms with that. And now for our penultimate matchup of the evening. Introducing first, it is Akane Owari. And her opponent, it is 2B. And here we go, both women ready. And a referee rings the bell. They meet in the middle, with 2B immediately turning Akane around, grabbing by the shoulder. Punch to the spine. Akane with a sharp elbow getting out. Springboard double leg drop kick finds its mark. B with a takedown, forcing Akane back up to her feet. Irish whip over the top rope. B grabbing Akane from behind again. Akane turning that around. And Akane, what in the hell was that? 2B looking for a senton and gets it. And a rolling spine buster from 2B. And an arm breaker. 2B turning Akane around, knee to the jaw, clothesline. Akane with an enziguri reversal, stomping on the arm. And Akane with the ground and pound. And again. Arm breaker from Akane. Rolling 2B onto her back. Just cranking on the ankle. And forcing 2B back up to her feet. Double leg Pele kick. And 2B back up to her feet. Kind of. Akane with a hip toss. Single leg drop kick. And dragging 2B away from the ropes. Into the cover. There's one. There's two. 2B kicks out. Kind of crank on the neck, taking 2B down. And now 2B rolling to the outside, trying to create some separation, trying to regain her composure a little bit. And Akane playing the mind games. Now to the outside, both of them go. Akane taking 2B down, breaking the arm against the thin outside, and just tossing 2B into the corner, sliding a few inches as well. 2B back inside the ring. And a clothesline, catching Akane off guard. Single leg drop kick. And 2B dragging Akane away from the ropes. Walking Akane over to the western ropes now. pulling her away. Akane with the reversal, but no 2B rolling over the spine. Double leg drop kick. Akane to the outside now. And now 2B going for the cover. There's one. Akane with a signature going for the pin. There's two. 2B kicks out. And just stomping on the upper arm now. Akane with the ground and pound. And now 2B going for the cover after that spinning back heel kick. Akane kicks out at 2. And 2B with the slap stomp to the wrist. And Akane again with the feint. To be recovering, rolling back inside the ring. And Akane with a moonsault, somehow finding its mark. And a split leg corkscrew from Akane into the cover. There's one, there's two. 2B kicks out. And now Akane again going for the cover. There's one, there's two, there's three.
Here is your winner, Akane.
And Akane proving that 2B is always the bridesmaid, never the bride. And now for our main event of the evening. Introducing first.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring.
Representing Yorha,
Weighing in at
it is 9S.
Niles F.
And his opponent. It is the ultimate lucky student, Nagito Komaeda. And here we go. Referee rings the bell to meet in the middle, with 9S immediately tossing Nagito into a pullback elbow, forcing him back up to his feet. And a facebuster. 9S now just cranking on the neck of Nagito. And taking him down. Nagito fights his way out. And 9S with a knee to the back of the head. And a split leg takedown along the outside. And Nagito with a tackle, repositioning himself. And 9S fights his way out. Walking Nagito over to the apron, and Nagito elbows himself out. And a jumping armbar. And Nagito forcing 9S back up to his feet. 9S with the reversal, tossing Nagito in. Nagito with a greeting. And tossing 9S back out onto the apron. Strong right hands trying to knock him off. And does so. Nagito forcing 9S back up to his feet. Snap mirror. Knee across the throat. And 9S kicks himself out. Climbing in. Nagito joining him. 9S with a scoop. Bouncing Nagito off the ropes. And an elbow drop. Knee to the inside of the arm, stomps to the face. And 9S with a recoil, going for the cover. There's one, there's two. Nagito pops the shoulder just before three. Nines up top. Senton not quite getting the distance. 9S with the ground and pound. Stomp to the jaw. Stomp to the upper arm, and 9S forcing Nagito up to his feet. Spinning clothesline, Nagito turning that around into a suplex. And a jumping arm breaker. Nagito forcing 9S back up to his feet yet again. Irish whip, jumping over. Spinning neck breaker. Knee across the throat. And 9S fighting his way back out into the advantage. Nagito with the reversal. 9S with the reversal right back. And looking for a Kojai clutch. Trying to make the ultimate lucky student tap. And Nagito just squirming just a little bit too much for 9S. Knee to the thigh, and again, and a third time. Going for the cover. There's one. There's two. Nagito kicks out. And the choke. 9S heading up top. Getting Nagito up to his feet. Looking for a satellite DD, or looking for a avalanche DDT. Nagito stepping out of the way. And a kick right to the chest. Nagito now with an arm breaker. Pulling back on the arm, trying to disable 9S. Nagito now up top, frog splash. Into the cover, there's one, there's two, 9S kicks out. Nagito middle rope now, crossbody. And setting up the stomp. I think that is GG. There's one, two, no, 9S kicks out. 9S crawling to the corner, Nagito staring him down, hyping up the crowd, setting up something big, and 9S gets out of the way. The jumping elbows, ducking underneath, Pele kick. Into the cover, looking to turn this thing around, there's one, there's two, Nagito kicks out. Irish whip now. Underneath. Over the top. Knee. Right to the chest. And now 9S. Hammerlock armbar. Forcing Nagito to tap out. And what a match to end the night off on. And with that, I would like to thank you all for joining us here tonight and hope to see you next week. December already. That is wild. That we're already in December. As we now just have 2 weeks to go until our 1 week winter break. And then on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, it is Ultimate Fight Night. hard to believe that the end of the season is upon us, but here we are. And with that, I would like to thank all for joining us here and hope to see you next time. Until then, we are signing out from St. Cloud, Minnesota. See ya.